Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, I have been asked many, many times, how exactly do you kill a con? They ask me, why do I run a panel named How Do You Kill a Con? Well, I always search for that answer, and the answer is always this. The way that you kill a con is closing ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the board of FurSquared.
Give it up for Fur for entertaining and procrastinating while we get our stuff together. What do we have over there?
The Protean fire is real! Viva Rebellion!
Wait. You paid for that, right?
What?
The Protean virus.
No, you gave it to me!
Well, yeah, but you're also supposed to pay the corporate a lot of money. Like, you're supposed to work yourself to death to get it, and then you transform, and then you die.
All I got to do was work myself to death and transform!
Is that all? Is that so much to ask?
Yes!
My cord! I got my cord!
Why do you have corn?
I don't know, but it made it all worth it.
Give it up for corn! And give it up for Emil, the Protean virus example.
TF juice!
Yeah, what was...
I was going to ask, what was the TF trigger for that one?
Far should know this.
Okay, I've already messed this up because I said the wrong opening lines.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
Welcome to FurSquared 2020 closing ceremonies!
It's like Christmas!
Okay, there's a whole lot of stuff we gotta get through. Y'all are amazing. Give yourselves a round of applause. We could not make these amazing badges awesome without having the people to wear them, so thank you all. We're just gonna jump right, I'm gonna skip around. Let's talk about those badges, shall we? Mackie.
Alright. Who likes the badges? This wonderful badge put together by Fur, River, Stars, and Ink Maven. Hooray for all of them. People that assembled this, which due to circumstances, we didn't actually get them until Tuesday, half of them Tuesday and half of them Wednesday this week. Whoops. Yeah, sweatshop. That sweatshop consisted of MLW, Proxy Bite, Axel, Starburst, Kaga Kitsune, Rad, Narkiel, Chris, Martini Soft, Furion, Zenwolf, Tekaru, and probably other people that I wasn't aware of on Wednesday night here at the hotel. It definitely took an enormous effort to get these put together for all of you, literally hours before the con began. So yeah, give it up to everyone who made these happen.
Since you already have a microphone, do you want to keep going with technology? Let's do that.
Sure. Thanks an enormous amount to this whole AV crew. Tekaru, Mikasi, Hikieri, Proxy Bite, Predicta, Ty, and Fur. Again, Fur's got a lot of these lists. And thank you to every single volunteer and attendee that helped with room setup, tear down, setup, everything in between. We couldn't have made it happen without you guys. Boo. Thanks, Hikieri.
I'm fired now, aren't I?
No. You are stuck as staff again. That's your punishment. You just keep getting promoted.
Together something as a thank you to you and the charity for doing this. Get it out. Yep, just a little busking from the volunteer department.
So, finance.
Right here!
I'm
Literally. I don't have object permanence anymore. I'm too tired. Okay, there's stuff in there. From the volunteer collection pool, we have even more charity money and a lovely, colorful feather raptor badge?
Yep.
Is it a feather raptor? I'm bad with species.
It's a raptor, I think.
Yes!
Yes, definitely a raptor. Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you. Give it up for volunteers. So speaking of volunteers, if you are a volunteer in this room right now, please stand up. Everyone, these people have gone above and beyond. Give them a round of applause. Volunteers! So, if you too would like to be on the receiving end of that chant, next year you can sign up to be a volunteer too. And let's also give it up for Gadget and crew for running the volunteer desk this entire weekend. Of which I think they're still running right now. We'll have a couple more notes on what will happen with volunteers after that. Did you have anything else, Maggie?
Yeah, the radios that let people talk to each other during this con. Thanks a ton to Axel, Zenwolf, and Furion for making these work not only in the basement this year, but all the way to Culver's. Yeah! Remote ordering. Nice.
Actually, I meant to ask a question. So, I happened to be part of a radio interview suddenly a little bit ago. Are our press people in this room? No? I saw them redeem their badges, so they're maybe here. So if you do see a press badge for the rest of today, y'all can talk to them. They have the go-ahead and authority. Are you good? I keep interrupting.
I think I'm good.
Yay! Sorry, give it up for Mackie and Director of Technology.
Nothing. It was just everybody that I listed. I just showed up.
Domi, do you have stuff for dealers?
Yes. Hi. Oh, I see. Mine's the only one that looks. Cool. I see how it is. Alright. Hey guys, I'm Domi, your director for Diligent, otherwise known as the only piece of diversity here. I love doing that to them. It's the look on their faces. Oh, it kills me every time. I just want to say, I'm so evil. I just want to let you all know, super appreciate all the wonderful people who came to Dealerton this year. We really work hard to create a diverse environment, so there's plenty of different things for you to do. A huge thank you to all of our dealers for being so easy and amazing to work with. I really tried hard to make things as smoothly as possible, and I've gotten a lot of great feedback, which tells me that I'm doing something right, and I just need to keep getting better, which just means you guys are everything to us. I wanted to just call out a couple of our volunteers. On Thursday, we basically had an assembly line run by Gothrin, where she came in and was like, you need to do X, Y, Z, and the volunteers sat down, we got everything in our console set up. It made my life so much easier, and I couldn't do it without you guys, Muni, Velocity, and then throughout the entire time I was at the con store, you guys probably saw them, Rabid, Mama T, G, Night Howler, and Vivi. You guys seriously don't know how much I appreciated you being there. You guys were supportive, you were incredible. If you're in this room, can you stand up, please? Or any of you in here? There we go. You guys were instrumental in making sure the con store went well. I think this was the fastest we got through sponsor swag ever. So that was amazing. And then lastly, a huge thank you to our guests of honor, Ross, Appscore, and Ink Maven. I love you guys. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for being patient with me, and I'm super happy things went well this year. So thank you all. And then Emil.
Cat dog. Cat dog.
Emil, do you have anything?
Yes, I do. Is it on?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. All right, first of all, I am not a clone. Thank you, citizens. Secondly, Artist Alley went amazing as usual, so thank you all. Thank you especially to Proxibite and Singrins for saving my butt and taking care of business. I know we keep on thanking the artists and GOHs, but we love you, so thank you again. And thank you to other guest artists that helped us out. Candy, Singrins, Benny, Kristen Mouse. etc., etc., etc. River, stars, oh my god, I know you're gone, but girl. Alright, thank you so much. All y'all, best of you, should start drawing. Keep drawing. Join me. Go.
One of the things that I want to thank is it's always a big deal having all of y'all here and keeping things as orderly as possible. Yes, we're all crazy, but we need just a little bit of guidance to the chaos to make sure it's in a forward motion. And one of the biggest teams that are here every year to help us with that is our door side. Do we have any door side representatives? We got a couple of hands in back. Let's give a round of applause, a big thank you. I am told that we have a pretty good balance this year of the door side wanting to drink happily. So thank you all.
I'm going to interject for a second. I forgot to thank our propaganda machine, Sonic Spirit, out there. I don't know where you are, but thank you. Spread the word. There you are.
What is that? Yeah, no, I saw it upside down. I saw someone put their hand in it. So what are you doing?
Whoa.
Raccoon.
Fur, don't look so guilty.
But he probably
Anyway.
Literally inside of it.
Operations, Nemi.
This is PG-13, go on.
So you didn't burn the hotel down, so I'm really impressed. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's going to make my job a lot easier tonight when we've got to pack everything up. First things first, though, lost and found. If anybody has lost anything and they are still looking for it, all of the high-value items have been given over to the hotel. Anything else, like fursuit pieces or anything else that's not specifically somebody's financial information, the con does keep for the next year. You can contact us at info@FurSquared.com and we can try to get it back to you if we have it. Next, we do have a lot of thanks to give. You already did Dorsai. Are there any warm and fuzzies in the room here? They're back in the room. We need to give a huge round of applause to the warm and fuzzies. These guys are on the floor all con to make sure that everybody is having a great time and is in a comfortable space. They're wonderful people. If you see those pink shirts, say hi. They love it. Round of applause. Next, I have an entire, I keep taking over a lot of different departments at FurSquared, so mine is very, very large. I'm not going to go through everybody, but between the Go team, ops, volunteers, all of these people have slaved away the entire weekend to make this con awesome, and I could not have done any of this without them. So thank you so much, everybody. Fishy, Wusky, Echo, Timber, Vivi, Meetup, you guys are all awesome. Thank you very much. Lastly, we still need volunteers because the con's not quite over. So as is tradition, 30 minutes after closing ceremonies, we all meet in the Wisconsin wing to try and pack up the truck. There's a lot of materials, as you see, to run this convention, and we need as many bodies as possible to be able to get those things into the truck in a timely fashion so that we can all relax for the rest of the night. Anybody showing up for that will get automatic double hours for volunteers, so it's a really good way to rack up hours very, very quickly. And I think that's it.
Alrighty, let's hop on over to programming.
Yeah.
Hi, Tobe.
Hi.
What happened this weekend? Did anything happen this weekend?
You know, not a lot. Who here enjoyed the programming we had this weekend? So, about 2 hours ago, I did some math. We had 151 individual panels that totaled 226 and a half hours of programming. That's 9.5 days. So, if you in here were a host or a co-host of a panel, please stand up.
Yeah!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys did a great job this weekend. We had some contests going on. We had a Super Smash Bros. Tournament in the video game room that had 35 contestants and took 2.5 hours to complete. I want to give a shout out to our third place winner, Red Ryu, our second place winner, TJ, and our first place winner, Reynard. We had a fursuit dance competition. Charlie Husky won that. In the basement, we had an Artemis tournament. We had, the winning team there was Fiddlesticks, Pop Ignan, Owl Live Pizza, Mesiters, Folix, and Bandrick. Like almost an owl.
They're discussing a pun.
And then we also had what is only ever going to be this year, because I'm not letting Fur do that again. We had a robot knife fight competition.
Why did I miss this?
Excellent.
Because we tried to keep it secret, so we didn't have to do much paperwork. The winning team was, so if you're on team, first, great name. Second of all, they got their robot done at the charity auction. So I don't know who got that, but you have a bloodthirst. Yeah!
They even have their robot.
I want to give some shout-outs to a few specific panels that we had this weekend. Part of our job as programming is to go around and count who's in panels so we know what kind of room space we need. The Roast of Xander, anyone there was that had over 100 people. So many you couldn't count it properly. Floor Wars, we had 104 of you out here dancing. That was amazing. We had over 40 people making those blinky badges in the basement. And we had over 40 people making sock cyber skunks in the basement. And I want to give a direct quote from my staff. Kill the con, too many people to count. So yeah. I also want to give a special shout out to the fursuiter who stopped me in the hall last night with a calculus textbook asking why we weren't having a math panel this year.
What? It's a sign!
Yeah.
Where's the math?
I want to give a huge thanks to all of my staff. This was my first year as programming director, and my staff made it so much easier than I ever thought it could be. My assistant, Skylar Ringtail, we had Phelan and Pix, Lyru and Artemis in the video game room, Steel and Tabletop, who was in there the entire weekend, and we had Hunk and Jake Shepard running Artemis. Give them all a round of applause. They could what happened this year would not have been possible without their help. Speaking of Steel, I think we had a con game going on. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. So, Steel, if you want to come on up and tell us about that.
Hello, FurSquared. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I don't know, some of you may or may not have noticed that there were all sorts of papers and clues and people walking all over this weekend trying to figure out exactly what was going on. We had two teams. We had the Resistance and Big Corporate duking it out, gathering clues, trying to raise influence to take over the con. And we now finally have the results. If I could please have a drum roll from you lovely. You guys are the best. Okay, so for third place, we have badge number 52, Fuzz. If you are here, please stand up. Oh, congratulations. Very nicely done. With a corporate score of 47 points. That is very well done. Thank you. For second place, we have badge number 61, Branch. Are you here? Nicely done, Branch. Yes, with a resistance score of 54. And in first place, with an astonishing score of 62, we have badge number 34, Shripe. Lovely furries have won third place Fuzz. You have won yourself a free con badge for next year. Branch, you have won yourself a free sponsor badge for next year. And Shrike, you have won yourself a free super sponsor badge. And last but not least, sorry my voice is going, the end result is that the Resistance has taken over the convention to win. Thank you all so very much. I can't wait to invent something even more fun for y'all next year.
Wait. Did you just commit to doing a thing again?
That's right.
Everyone give it up for Steel!
Real quick, I forgot to mention, about half my staff this year was new, and honestly, I would not have been able to tell, and it's also a couple of their birthdays today. So if everyone could give Hicks and Articus a round of applause for being born today. You guys did it! You won! And also this guy!
One of the things that we do, speaking of staff, new people, onboarding, all of that, how do we bring people into this madness, into the fold? And we have some magnificent help from what has been named the Zookeepers. Do we have any Zookeeper representatives? They might be... Oh, give it up for the Zookeepers! These are the people that are genuinely allowed to tell me what to do and to yell at me. They are the force that supersedes all of us because their job is to make sure we make this happen. So thank you, Tabriel, thank you, Furion, and everything you have done between the months of Con, and especially at Con. Give them one more round of applause.
No, seriously, it needs to be louder. You really don't understand how amazing that man is. Seriously, give yourself another. Literally, this con would not run without you. Thank you.
It's like herding cats, but worse. Exactly.
Yes. Another one. Who here got to check out the Weeping Robot Inn this weekend? The sponsor lounge. We have Gazzy and Sonic. Are they here?
Yeah.
Stand up. Give them a round of applause. They helped come up with all the theme. They managed all that stuff and made sure that Weeping Robot Inn was themed and silly and awesome the entire weekend. Thank you both very much. I think first timers in that role as well, right? Yes. You, again, like others have said, couldn't even tell. Thank you. Alright, so, couple of things. You're all going to want to stay tuned for announcements. I'm going to say this a couple of times to make sure. If for whatever reason you did not get your swag this weekend, and it is part of the badge level that you have, we ran out of shirts completely because apparently y'all kind of think they're awesome. So we will be doing another order. We have no choice. Twitter, at FurSquared on Twitter, is the place to get information about our event. So if for whatever reason you're waiting for some kind of announcement, it is going to go through that. Swag forms, so we can get the sizes and ordering done, will be posted through our Twitter, especially this week. So stay tuned. We'll announce. We'll put it on the website as well.
Quick dragger for that. If you stop by the con store and saw, me and freaking out, just know I have the info for those of you who gave me your contact info and your size, so we're going to be adding that automatically to whatever form we send out or anything. So if you've already given me your info, you don't need to fill out the form. We're already going to have that info for you.
Awesome. Thank you. This is where I saw. Other things. A feedback form will get announced. Do we have that on a website somewhere from people in back? Yay? Nay? Not yet? Watch for our Twitter, and there we will have a feedback form, probably posted at some point today.
Wait, on that, I'm sorry. On that one, if you like our merch this year, did you guys like our merch this year? Yeah, that's pretty dope. If you liked it and you have ideas for what you would like to see next year or things you would like us to bring back again, please let us know in that feedback form, because we also want to know what you guys like, so you know what you'll want to buy. So please leave that info for us. Thank you. Okay, shut up.
All right, so now that we've had a little bit of time away, we're gonna heap generous outpourings of love upon our guests and artists. So can we have our two guests of honor, Rose and Axicore, and then Ink Maven, stand up one more time? Between them, with Emil, with Whooper, River of Stars, and a bunch of other people that went hog wild with theming this year. This, the bags, the shirts, all of the banners you saw, the signs. Oh my goodness, we have never had theming like this. Thank you all. Show them how much you enjoyed the theming this year. And I also want to shout out again, they did a lot of our paneling this weekend, especially some of our biggest hits. Huge round of applause for Uncle Kage, Ronnie, Fox and Pepper, Boozy, QM, Citrine, and of course Xander and Chris the Comedy Bunny for putting on some of the best paneling we've been able to have this year. Give it up for our special guests. So
that Axicorn roast got me corn, so.
I believe there's a thing called fursuits, right?
What?
And there's a gathering of fursuits that happens, right? Tony, do you know anything about this? I was in a corporate office. I don't know what happened. I don't know anything about this. Can you give some information?
I think.
It's called the Proteus virus.
I know, but I never got the real number. When you stage whisper, you don't do it in the microphone.
Sorry.
Can you give us an approximation of where we're at?
I can give you the approximation. At the beginning of the parade, we had a count of 254 fursuits in the parade.
Yeah.
At the end of the parade, we had a count of 274, including handlers. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The bunnies.
Did I hear the bunnies from the audience? Okay.
There may be some problems with the VR Sonos. It's fine.
Speaking of other numbers, so I think it's at this point, who wants to hear some of the other important numbers? Toshu, Director of Registration.
Oh boy. Let me tell you. Before I give you all the juicy info, I want to say y'all are amazing. I was scared taking over Director's Registration, but you all reminded me I should feel safe, and I had a blast here this year. Thank you to all you cheering me up and reminding me I love doing this. I want to first... I'm always a big grump, but yeah, you guys always cheer me up. And I actually want to thank my leads, the people that helped carry me through all of this, about 4 of them. One's right there named Key Dragons. He's my go-to guy. There's also Kit. Kit helped me out a lot. There he is. I also had Tyrion, who's hiding in the back somewhere. I hope. And then there was Elros and Katoon, also known as the Truck Bears, that helped carry all this wonderful stuff.
Alrighty. So, also, I want to apologize that we opened a little late with Reg, but again, you all love these badges, and I wanted to make sure you all got something nice. I wasn't going to do it half-assed and make sure, you guys got what you paid for. Alright, so, for Sponsor Plus, we had about 488. That's a lot. You guys have a lot of cash to throw around. Dang. Also, we had about 60 kits and parent and toes. Kids are growing, so everything else is going up too. I'm not really good with the whole dramatic build-up, so I'm just gonna lay it out there.
Wait. Do you want a drum roll? We can do a drum roll for you.
Alright, I'd like a drum roll.
I think let's get a drum roll.
And the number was $12.95.
What?
We had a 15% growth. It's crazy. Like I said, our little family's growing. So, thank you for allowing me to say that.
That's just more and more crazy people that are showing up. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One more time, give it up for Toshu and the entirety of Red. Oh boy, getting down to the end of my notes here. Do we have the hotel? Do we have some hotel representatives around? Hello. This is our 7th year here, and we have a bunch of new hotel management that came into this blind, some of which I think only for the first time, 2 weeks ago, I think, give or take? 2 weeks ago, and there's always nerves. Whenever you have new management, it's a new relationship, and we're already exceedingly weird. We know how weird we are. They didn't know. However, what we egotistically assumed, we were going to be the weirder ones. Turns out, they put up a fight. As was described at opening ceremonies and was followed throughout the entire weekend, there was a pun-off done by the hotel staff without us having said a thing. They approached us going, by the way, we have a pun we're going to do every day. And Alkali and I are like, did you talk to them? Did you? No, they did. They came up to us. So thank you so much for jumping in feet first into our insanity and being part of our family. Give it up for our hotel.
Don't you mean pause first? Don't you mean pause first?
I did mean pause first. One more thing, and then I'll go there. Now, all this cheer and applause is awesome, and they love it, and they would love it till the end of time. There is one more thing we can do to show and really make a meaningful impact. If you have had a wonderful time at this event and at this hotel, reviews do matter. So if you feel you want to show all of that cheering in a tangible form, go and give them a review, be it on Google, Yelp, what have you. And remember that I'm a computer person, so I'll just explain this as follows. Algorithms don't care about the middle numbers. They care about the extremes. So if you had an extremely good time, go and put a 9 or 10 down, put that 4 or 5 stars down, leave a glowing review, leave some of those puns they were saying to you in the feedback box to confuse the other people that read it. But yes, if you can do that, that would be a huge help. I know I'm going to. And we have our new, yes? Whoa, come on up here. We need you to have a microphone.
So I want to close this. From my team, we had a fantastic time, and we'll remember this event forever.
We also wanted to say that the Sheraton is made for you, and we will see you next year for sure.
Let's do it for the hotel. We have this silly tradition, you heard it a bit, coming up. as you walked towards. So let's give them the hardiest, silliest thing that we know. Best at chanting. Best at chanting. Best at chanting. Best at chanting. Give a round of applause.
One of us.
That's what we call split brain syndrome. Before we get into the big oomph stuff, some notes about what's going on tonight. Secondary events is going to continue to be open at 8:30 p.m. We are going to be playing the Saturday morning cartoons reel that Xander the Blue put together. So if you slept through it Saturday morning, we're going to be playing that again tonight. And there will be a little bit of a pizza party. So if you're looking for something to do, that will be going on in secondary events. I can't believe programming. Do we have a dead dog dance in here?
Yes.
Or
No,
karaoke.
we have Dead Dog Karaoke in here. And also, we have another panel after closing, because why not? There's going to be an enamel pin trading panel.
Wait, say the words one more time.
Enamel pin trading panel.
Okay, I heard an Emel pin trading panel, and I'm like, there's only one Emel.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm bad with words. I'm very tired.
Weird animal.
I'm going to do one more thing. There's a co-founder that took a step back this past year and chose to come join us and helped out and had a great time and did a lot for us that nothing was asked. It was all strictly volunteered, but above and beyond a volunteer ribbon. Kadaze, I know you're here. We could not have started this without you. Give it up for one of our co-founders, Kadaze the Sky.
Just stand up. Stand up.
Hey, Alkali.
No.
Alkali, get out here.
No.
Yes.
You sick man.
What?
Alkali, you have been amazing. This has been a hell of a year for me, and I know what charity means to you. I've always known it's one of the reasons that it was so easy to become your friend, because I know no matter how dark of a demented joke you make, I know you have a heart of gold for charity and those who can't help themselves. It shines through even your most effed up statements. So, Alkali is our charity liaison, he is our hotel liaison, and again, director of everything that I forget. But above all else, I know how much he cares about it, more than beyond the job. So, Alkali, we want you on stage while we go through the charity numbers. Do we have the charity? Can we get the charity out here? Kashi, do you have some stuff for us?
Yeah, I do, and I'm glad you called him up because I just really wanted to see him cry. You're going to need some more tissues. You see, usually I apprise him of the situation of what our charity's at. Every now and then I'll say, this panel did this much, and I'll let him know. This year, he has no idea what's coming for him. He has no clue.
I don't like you.
Okay.
Thank you. Why does everyone tell me that? It's gonna be okay. I was like, it's Wednesday.
most adorable. The most. Come on. Third time's a charm. The most adorable thing. We're getting the charity, getting water. As we're going up the stairs, very quietly. Wait, should I get a puppy?
The answer is always yes. Get the puppy.
What's happening?
No more puppies! No more puppies!
So, Alkali, delay while a puppy appears.
Puppy?
Oh, you have one, okay.
How much for that doggy in the window? The one with, oh good, it's working. Dragger thought I was the evil one.
Hey, Fur, why does the raccoon jingle? And why is it like, I don't know, 40 pounds?
Because the dog pooped in it.
That's a tiny puppy, okay?
She makes that
You got a microphone?
Yeah, I got this. You really need a microphone? I really want to see you cry. So this is going to be great. Thank you for experiencing this with me.
I don't have to read
So a couple of the smaller ones is, for some reason at opening ceremonies, there was a hail of dollar coins.
I have debts.
No idea why that happened. No clue.
So overall, that came in at, 47.07. I have no idea where the pennies came from. Just so you know.
I might.
After that, we actually have my finance box of change. Yeah, you didn't know that one existed.
You've changed, man.
Thank you. Good question. So, literally a box of change, which, by the way, I know that you're still taking all of the money home, which means you have to deal with it. That was $22.12 in most nickels.
This is a very important question. Was there a cowboy boot in that box?
No, that was last year.
You're in the clear. Okay, we're fine. We're cool. I was wondering if I was going to get the other boot this year.
I promise.
Thank you.
I just had a squirrel moment. So, hey, big thanks to AV because the clocks are on point now. So then we have another comedy better when I've had a few, 159.69.
Yes!
Bring your own book after dark, 123. Just kidding, that's flat. Foxes and Peppers. Yeah, well, I was counting this. 271.69. DST3K. 218. Even. Masturbation. Again, masturbation. Thank you. 221.69. Nice. A couple other ones. Boozy's Late Show that had a lot of good guests this year. 248.03. We had the Dragon Show at 89.90. And then some of the slightly larger ones. Let's go with the charity coins. So far is at $6.77 for all the charity coins you guys have purchased. No? It's still more? It's higher? All right, so there's some more to do. There's some numbers.
We'll deal with that.
Okay, Cupcake Roulette. And if anyone went to Cupcake Roulette, raise your hand. Nice. That is a great great one. You can just spend money and make people that you like or don't like eat delicious and also terrible cupcakes.
Jalapenos.
This one, Foxes and Peppers, you all know, F-A, okay. That was $271.69.
Nice.
You missed the number for cupcake roulette.
Oh, okay, well, squirrel. $341.77, just missed it.
You guys are really into... I just realized what I was about to say.
Then we have charity D&D was $667.69. However, included in that one, which was really weird to be handed, was a very heavy Starbucks cup. I didn't know why. It had $69 in dimes in it. Which again, he gets to take to the bank. So, a couple of the bigger ones, because he's not crying yet. So, badge construction, obviously, there was all the custard badges. I don't know how many people saw them, but they were really great.
Who has one? Show it off. Thanks, rich people.
So, stop throwing things at me. $2,045 for badge construction with fur over the 3 days. He raised $2,045. And, Foxes and Peppers is great, but when there's Foxes and Peppers after dark, that does a little bit better usually. So that one came to be $2,267.38. The inside of that one, there's little packets that had, donate me 69 cents. I had, I think 30 of them in there.
So, I wasn't going to mention that, but since you're in the room, jackass, at the end of the panel, I was handed a comically large sack that looked like it was robbed from a bank full of dimes, totaling almost $420. They gave me their dime back. I have to take that to the bank, you ginger bastard.
Oh, yay, I didn't get called that.
That's because you're bald now.
So with the last panel, How to Kill a Con, no idea how you guys pulled this one off, because obviously that's just right off the cuff, but $663.69. 1, 2, 3, 6, 666, 63, 69. Does anyone have $3 more?
Wait, I might. Hang on.
One, 2, 3. All right, $669.69.
This is my Groundhog Day.
Now, finally, I was really happy to hide this number from him because it's the charity auction.
I have been trying to figure this out for the last 4 hours. I snuck Kage into operations to distract Kashi, and the little jackass has it on a different tab of his spreadsheet, so I couldn't get to it.
Also,
you are so clever, you jerk.
You're welcome. So, I'd just like to preface it by this is the best year that we have ever had with the charity auction. And it's absolutely crazy. We had one gentleman purchase the prototype Blinky badges for $2,869. That was the biggest one. So, knowing that, $11,132. $11,132. Hopefully you guys weren't counting.
Crying Barrett! Crying Barrett!
Thank you so much.
Well, first I'd just like to say how much you guys straight up just gave the charity table, because those also topped this year. Also, I have no idea how you did it, because you guys must have some sort of conspiracy.
What? What did you do?
On Friday, $302.69.
And that too is a $2 bill.
Then the two is a $2 bill. Saturday, which all came from her, so I didn't touch it. $426.69. And just closing up shop today, she came up to me and whispered in my ear, "You're gonna hate me." Sunday, $479.69. No. Sorry, stage whispering. Don't. What?
I blocked the 69. I got cut. We're cool.
Right. Nice.
There was also Card Sharks, who made a personal donation straight to the charity of $135. Selling their t-shirts was $260.
And what?
Fuzzy Logic, which also, did you guys happen to have an escape room?
Yeah.
Or go to one? This is the first year that we've had.
They didn't get out, sorry.
Yeah, I guess they didn't get out. But Fuzzy Logic made a donation of $400. There's also credit cards straight to Haas for $392. And finally, the Generous Hotel gave an additional $200 straight to Haas. Now, that total just for Haas was $2,596.07. That is a huge number straight to Haas. Now for... You crying? No.
I'm not ready for this.
So finally, the current FurSquared charity number, which I know is going to change. It just... Hi, puppy! So beautiful. So, are you ready? $22,246.98. And then plus like $669 that's on the floor right in front of me.
Hey, wait! I got some more money.
Of course you do. No way.
It
blinks, it's future money. This is Cyber Skunk.
Okay.
That's going to take a while to count. There's still more.
We will count change later and post it on the internet.
Oh no, I've got my coffee.
So
I'm just going to say that looks like about $69.
Okay, wait.
This is not just a mess. This is not just a mess.
Okay.
Stop it. Oh my God.
All right, I'm going to put a pause here. Pause. Oh, that's fun. I love it. I've never seen that before. Yay. We are going to move into some other announcement things. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot. Well, we gotta count more too, but here's your charity.
Guys, $22,000 this year. Every year you break me more and more. That is incredible. That is insane. Guys, may I please introduce you to our charity that has been with us for so long that I cannot imagine this convention without them. Guys, give it up for the Wisconsin Humane Shelter.
So, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need therapy after dealing with Fur this weekend. He just came up to me and reminded me about the raccoon in front of the table. Because apparently we haven't counted that. There's got to be money in it. I mean, come on.
Careful.
It's so innocent. The poor raccoon.
I love you guys, but also... One moment. I think there's only one appropriate way to do this. I'll hold the bucket, you reach it.
This is not the kind of wildlife rescue I sign on for.
This is going to be like a mystery grab bag.
It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute.
What are you going to get? Fluff and money.
Just don't rip it. Come on, pull it out. Just rip it out of this. Into the head.
Rip it out.
Put this in your head.
Girl Scout cookies?
There's lights on the inside.
It's glowing. It's glowing.
Oh my God.
69.
That joke is astonishing.
So for the record, I was counting how many of these that I got this weekend,
Ma'am, I can't see.
and it just keeps going. I think that right now I am up to 57 of these.
Oh, it's so close.
I bet there is 69 of them. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Mama T, everybody. Give it up for Mama T.
Anybody else want to help me for $100?
I think that I'll just take this back.
Take that in back. Take this with you.
The raccoon's butt is full of memory. Never forget your first raccoon butt. I just want to thank you guys every year. So when Fit first got
contacted us and said, like, hey, I got my dog from you, and we have this thing coming up, and we want you to be a part of it. I was like, I don't really know what that is. No idea. And yes, I've seen the episode. Okay. I don't know if we should do this, and our executive director, bless her heart, was like, you know what, you look into it and see if it's something you want to do. And I was like, yeah, like that's not what it's about, and I want to see what it's about, so let's try it out. And every year it gets better and better. You guys are the most phenomenal people. Okay, don't tell other people outside. I said that. But no, seriously, this is my favorite event by far. I am not full-time anymore at the shelter because I have a little person that I take care of at home. And by little person, I mean a child, not like let's clarify that. But every year I come back and I make sure that I'm here because I just can't get enough of how generous you guys are. You're fantastic. It's amazing. This is the only event that my husband volunteers for religiously every year. I have volunteers that come out of like hibernation to come and do this event. Pun intended, but whatever. It's phenomenal. You guys are phenomenal. Some of the things, just to give you an idea, we are fully at no-kill status, which for being an open admission shelter is really amazing. This year we're going to be starting, well, shortly we're going to be starting a group for people to help them grieve the loss of their pets. We've sent support dogs, or not support dogs, but dogs that are adoptable are going to a funeral home to help with people with their human grieving process. We have like a day program for dogs that are having behavioral issues, and those are all things that without donations, like the donations that you guys make, wouldn't be possible. So not only are you physically saving animals from being euthanized, you're actually saving animals and keeping them in homes with people who otherwise would have too much trouble, or helping them with things that they need help getting through in their day-to-day lives. So I just can't thank you enough, and you guys are just awesome. Thank you.
The news about the full no-kill status matters more to me than I can put into words. Thank you for being here. Okay.
Let the puppy do cold.
And now a puppy. Are we going to stall, or are we going to go on to some other announcements while that happens?
Go on to other announcements. There was a lot of money up that skunk's ass. We'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, it's Ranko. Sorry, I'm busy.
Oh my alkali. You need tissues.
Oh, I totally forgot.
There is a lot of dimes in here.
We will finish on the charity numbers before we go into some announcements about next year's business. Does anyone have anything about this year's business? No? Yay? Yes?
What was the money raised last year?
The money raised last year was something that someone over there will look up while we work on things. Do you have it? $32,000, and especially featuring a donation from Cy, who donated a huge portion of a house sale to FurSquared and Hawes. So let's give it up for Cy again for doing that. Cy, are you here? No, okay. I see the bird first. suit of shaking the head and then the dangling. Look. All right. Then, AV, do we have something prepared to show people for what theme we're going to do next year? Let's do a drum roll. And let's reveal next year. FurSquared presents the Roaring 20s. We'll work on definitions of roar.
How do you know that's not intentional?
Excuses. Because it's not.
You people have been walking around this entire convention looking for clues to things, right?
Yeah.
Well, someone noticed it.
What?
You are.
What?
Wait, like if you look closely, there's an apostrophe. It might only be one pixel on that projector, but
Yeah.
it is there. No, I understand that. I see it. I literally have the picture on my phone. I can look at it right here. I have it. Yeah, of course there should be an apostrophe.
Hey, Mackie, can we buy a Bible?
What? Can we buy a Bible?
With regards to next year, we have a general rule. We do not announce dates until we have the signed contract in hand. We are learning from other events' mistakes who have not followed that. However, we are fully expecting to be back here in 2021, most likely back to our classic weekend, but watch our Twitter, watch our website. We will announce in the next coming weeks as soon as that is ready to go. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't know, but there's a bunch of developments that's been going on in this area right outside. So next year, we hope, with how much y'all have brought into Brookfield, that we get to partner and do more, especially with the Whirly Ball next door. Who knows? So, we don't know what's going to happen, but our intention is to reach out a little bit more to all of the development that's been going on and continue to enhance and evolve this event for y'all.
Whirly ball! Whirly ball! Whirly ball!
Wait a minute, I feel like we should get this on video to show the Whirly Ball place. Hold on.
Hey.
Alright, so again.
Whirly ball! 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 Whirly ball!
Yes, I see your E. I see your E. There's an apostrophe. It's not Y-O-U-R, it's Y-O-U-R. Thank you. Yeah, I understand. I know how to spell. I know how to spell. That doesn't mean it's typed correctly. I just said I know how to spell.
All right. Other things about next year. That E made it onto that screen.
You're welcome, Matthew.
We'll be able to do that back in the 20s.
Are we going back to this year's business?
Are you ready?
Oh, who's got microphones?
I'm not ready.
Thank you very much, Kashi, for doing this backstage. As I announce this number, I just want to share something with everyone. I've been part of this fandom for quite some time. And 7 years ago, we lost one of our own to the day. If he could see where the fandom's at now, I think he'd be incredibly proud of us. So this one goes out to one of my favorite coyotes. For Lemonade Coyote, our total is definitely subject to change, like literal change. There is so much change. Our total for this year, $22,864.19.
I'm just plain stunned. Thanks to all of you for making that. I cannot comprehend that number. They happened. Oh, round of applause for yourself and for the charity. Thank you. All right, we've been up here far too long. Am I forgetting anything? Stay tuned. We're going to hopefully have some nifty guests confirmed. Again, that's all waiting on the dates currently. So we will have that again on Twitter and on the website. Dates I mentioned. Going once. Going twice. This has been my first year with this. And I didn't quite know what to expect. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but every time I make it to here and I'm standing up here, no question, I would do it all again in a heartbeat, and that is because of you. Thank you. Say one thing, this has been the most positive, wonderful, absolutely amazing experience. I've had 7 of these in a row. There's nothing quite like it, and I don't like casting a shadow over events. We've all had a good time, so I have one deeply personal ask, and this is on behalf of myself, Alkali, most of the board and staff, a person who has been working this event with us since the beginning, who, the biggest mark you might see, especially on the meme poster, if you've been randomly googly-eyed in any of the years of this event, there's a high degree of likelihood that it was from a great friend of ours named Rakesh, or Dino Pupasaurus, or, depending on the year, Dino Bleeping-saurus, because he always had quite a punk sense of humor. He was not here this year, and we don't know where he is. So if anyone hears anything, Rakesh, Tommy Delaney, Dino Pupasaurus, I love this event, and because of you, I was able to make it through this event not knowing where he is. If anyone hears anything, sees anything, hit us up at FurSquared. We've got a bunch of other Twitter stuff. You'll continue to see the rounds. Rakesh, I saw the shirts, I saw the googly eyes. You were with me in my mind and in my heart. Please, we would love to hear from you. Reach out if you can. With that, back to the positive. This has been one of the best events. I am truly honored to have this hat and be up here in front of you. And now that I finally get to say, FurSquared 2020 Cyber Skunk is officially closed.
That's it. If anybody would love to help us with volunteers, we need a ton of help loading up the truck in exactly a half an hour. So just before 8 o'clock in the Wisconsin wing. Thank you very much.
Silver Gato Man, he bought me a coffee. Silver Gato Man, here is the song for thee. He likes to video all the panels at the cons. You should go and watch them whether they are short or long. Silver Gato Man, you video that's not a jibe. All of you go to his YouTube channel and like and subscribe.